Here's more wrestling news for February 27th, 2026. Your headlines for this afternoon include: major WWE title opportunity awaits Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. Stop hating me, man. Jey Uso sends message ahead of Elimination Chamber. Jacob Fatu tells critics to shut up and enjoy the show amid Backlash. New start time announced for WrestleMania 42 in Vegas. WWE considering major babyface turn for Trick Williams after huge crowd reaction. Sherilyn Guerrero accuses Vickie of exploiting Eddie Guerrero's legacy. Randy Orton calls out younger WWE talent. WWE star blasts fans for bringing up leaked private photos at signings, and more. The WWE Championship picture heading into WrestleMania is far from locked in, and Jacob Fatu may be inching closer to the center of it. According to WrestleVotes Radio via Fightful Select, Fatu has gained significant internal support within WWE Creative as a potential addition to the WrestleMania WWE Title scenario. The report states that multiple members of the creative team are backing the idea of inserting him into the championship mix on the biggest stage of the year. At the moment, Jacob Fatu is not scheduled to compete in the Elimination Chamber match. That detail may be more telling than it appears. There will be a Chamber winner, most likely Cody Rhodes, and if WWE wants Fatu involved in the WrestleMania title match, potentially turning it into a triple threat, they can insert him after the Chamber. That would be relatively easy to justify, especially considering Fatu has strong storyline reasons to feud with McIntyre. With WrestleMania plans reportedly still in flux due to injuries and shifting priorities, this may be the kind of late addition that reshapes the entire title picture. Do you think Jacob Fatu belongs in the WWE Championship match at WrestleMania, or should WWE keep the spotlight on McIntyre and Rhodes? After WWE uploaded highlights from the February 23rd episode of Raw showing Jey Uso securing the final men's Elimination Chamber spot, the online reaction quickly turned into a talking point. At one stage, the video was sitting at 77.9% dislikes with more than 27,600 thumbs down compared to just 7,800 likes. The numbers sparked heavy debate, with a vocal portion of fans questioning Jey's continued push near the top of the card. Uso addressed the backlash during a recent appearance on ESPN's First Take, where he made it clear he's fully aware of the criticism. Man, just keep watching the TV screen. Open up your laptop, put your iPad up, iPhone out. I'll be on there somewhere, Us. ESPN, Netflix this Saturday. It's Elimination Chamber, man. Pick one, Us. I'll be on there Monday, Friday too. Stay blessed, man. Stop hating, man. Come to one of these shows. You might change your vibes, you feel me? Jacob Fatu stepped in with a stronger response during an appearance on No Contest Wrestling. Fatu pushed back against critics, suggesting the outrage feels selective. Come on, y'all, don't be hot over Jey yeeting, because let's be real, y'all might have been yeeting with him too in his earlier days. He then urged fans to stop overanalyzing and simply enjoy the product. Enjoy the show. Just shut the hell up. Just enjoy the show. Listen, obviously you keep watching it. Obviously, if you're complaining, you're watching. Just chill. Enjoy the show. Obviously, if you're complaining about him yeeting, that means you're watching him yeet. Despite the online negativity, Jey's live reactions remain loud, and WWE continues to position him as a featured star heading into Elimination Chamber. The divide between online backlash and arena support is once again front and center, and it doesn't look like WWE is changing course anytime soon. WrestleMania 42 is officially starting earlier than expected. WWE has shifted the listed start time for both nights, Saturday, April 18th and Sunday, April 19th, 2026, to 2:30 p.m. local time at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. That's a significant change from the traditional late afternoon or early evening WrestleMania start. At this stage, WWE has not clarified whether 2:30 p.m. reflects the kickoff pre-show or the actual main card. Based on recent WrestleMania formats, it's likely the early listing applies to the pre-show, with the main card beginning later in the evening. Now, why this matters? Since adopting the two-night format in 2020, WWE has averaged about 7 matches per night. An earlier start time could give more flexibility for longer entrances and major production moments, allow space for additional matches, prevent the show from running too late into the night, help international audiences with friendlier viewing hours. For East Coast US viewers, a 2:30 p.m. Pacific start time translates to 5:30 p.m. Eastern, which could mean a more manageable finish time compared to past late-ending WrestleManias. Of course, Las Vegas heat and stadium lighting logistics may also play a role in how WWE structures each night. So what do you think? Does an earlier WrestleMania start make the show easier to enjoy, or does the spectacle feel bigger under the lights at night? Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Trick Williams may have arrived on the main roster as a heel, but that alignment might not last much longer. According to WrestleVotes Radio, WWE Creative is already discussing a potential character shift after being surprised, even impressed, by the level of fan support Williams has generated in just a short time. Joey Votes revealed that internal conversations are happening because his reactions have exceeded expectations. TC added that this kind of crowd connection isn't new for Williams, it was evident during his NXT Arena appearances. When he was making his way up from NXT, you know, when NXT did their rare events and arenas, he was the most over guy on the entire roster. Loudest chants, loudest singing, whoop that trick from bell to bell, from the front door to the back door, blowing the roof off every place that Trick Williams walked into. Despite that undeniable connection, WWE introduced him on the main roster as a heel. That decision may have been intentional, allowing him to earn his babyface status organically rather than forcing it from day one. With WrestleMania 42 approaching and creative plans still shifting due to injuries and storyline adjustments, Williams could be positioned for a significant pivot. WWE has a long history of adjusting direction based on crowd response, and if the reactions continue at this level, they may not have much of a choice. Trick Williams isn't just getting cheers, he's forcing creative to reconsider the plan. The only question now is how quickly WWE pulls the trigger on the turn. Sherilyn Guerrero is once again publicly calling out her mother Vickie Guerrero, and this time, the dispute centers on the legacy of Eddie Guerrero. In a series of now deleted Instagram stories, Sherilyn accused Vickie of selling Eddie's memorabilia for profit rather than preserving it for his daughters. The posts reportedly included photos of Eddie's ring gear from his Los Gringos Locos era, underscoring the emotional weight behind her words. Sherilyn didn't hold back. "My sister and I should be getting our dad's things passed down to us." She went further, accusing her mother of prioritizing money over family and claiming that key pieces of Eddie's history were kept from her and her sister. Vickie has only used selling his stuff just to make money, not considering she has kept it from her daughters where we can't even have our dad's stuff. She sells it to make money. Sherilyn made it clear she has no intention of ever profiting from her father's belongings, framing the issue as one rooted in memory and inheritance, not business. "I've never sold my dad's things and only plan to collect them and keep them safe. There's more to this, but all I'm going to say is I don't support this. I will never sell my dad's things because little do people know my mom only left my sister and I with such little memory of him while she kept it just to sell and give away." She added that she's done staying silent and ended one of the posts with pointed sarcasm. "I'm not staying silent on this because it's straight up not fair. Love that his stuff is being sold rather than passed down to his kids. Wait, did you catch my sarcasm? 'Cause what?" These accusations come years after Sherilyn publicly accused her stepfather of sexual assault, allegations that caused significant strain within the Guerrero family and impacted relationships across the wrestling world, including with Chavo Guerrero. Now the conflict appears to have shifted toward how Eddie Guerrero's legacy is being handled privately. At the heart of the dispute is a deeply personal and complicated question: who controls the legacy of a wrestling icon, and who should inherit the pieces of his history? As of now, there has been no public response from Vickie Guerrero regarding these latest claims. Randy Orton isn't sugarcoating anything when it comes to mentoring younger WWE talent. While appearing on the Pat McAfee show, the Viper opened up about how his mindset has evolved over the years. Early in his career, he admitted he wasn't exactly eager to help anyone who could potentially threaten his spot. "As far as younger talent goes, in my old age, I found some fulfillment in helping out the young guys. Earlier in my career, I didn't want to because I didn't want anyone taking my spot. Then I realized they can't take my spot because I'm Randy Orton." He doubled down on that confidence. "Sometimes I have to remind myself I'm human and I forget, but then I remember I'm Randy Orton. Let me help these kids out." But Orton didn't stop there. He made it clear what frustrates him most isn't inexperience, it's indifference. You get the occasional one who says, "Hey, will you watch my match?" You watch it, you talk to him, and he doesn't change anything or take any advice. Then you realize, okay, you piece of shit, you're just doing what you think you should be doing. At the same time, he praised younger stars who actually want to grow, specifically mentioning Javon Evans and Trick Williams as examples of talent who care about improving. At this stage of his 20-plus year career, Orton clearly views himself as a locker room leader. He's willing to mentor, but only if the effort is mutual. The message is simple: if you're going to ask Randy Orton for advice, you better be ready to use it. After departing WWE in 2014, Kaitlyn shifted her focus to building her fitness brand. While her in-ring career came to an end, she remained visible online, maintaining an active presence across social media and YouTube. During a recent Q&A session on her YouTube channel, Kaitlyn revealed that someone accessed her iCloud account and leaked private photos without her consent. She did not hold back when describing how deeply it affected her. "I've done implied in some topless photo shoots, very tasteful, never anything like super erotic. What really sucks is that a couple of years ago, and I don't know who it was, I don't know if it was somebody I knew or if it was just somebody who hacked my iCloud, but someone accessed some photos of me from my iCloud that I did not want public and put them on the internet, and it was so devastating because it was such an invasion of privacy, and it just wasn't my decision, that it wasn't my choice, and that's not what I wanted for myself." She then shared an even more uncomfortable moment that happened at an autograph signing. A fan brought a printed copy of one of the leaked images and asked her to sign it. That moment, she admitted, was emotionally triggering. "I've had times where I've been doing an autograph signing and someone will bring a printed out photo of one of these leaked photos of me to sign. And it used to trigger me. It hasn't happened a lot, but it's happened enough for me to know how to react in the situation. Like, it just used to really trigger me because it was such an invasion of my privacy, and it was embarrassing, and it sucks because, again, it wasn't my decision to do that. Everybody has private stuff on their phone, right? And it's for my eyes and whoever else I decide to share that with, my husband or, my partner." Following Kaitlyn's comments, former WWE and ECW talent Shelly Martinez responded on Twitter, making it clear she's faced similar situations. "I know exactly how she feels. Sucks. I refused to sign once, and the fan was so about it." The situation shifts the conversation away from gossip and towards boundaries. The issue isn't about photo shoots or public image, it's about consent and privacy. When private material is leaked and then brought to signings for profit or shock value, it crosses a clear line. It also raises an important question for promoters and convention organizers. Should there be clearer rules about what can and cannot be presented to talent for signatures? Because once something moves from the internet into a live signing environment, it stops being just an online issue. Should conventions and promoters step in to prevent situations like this from happening? Let us know your thoughts. For all of our subscribers, don't miss the 9 a.m. Eastern video we dropped earlier today. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.